A very good morning, my dear students. We are back for a science and technology lecture and the chapter Living Life Processes in Living Organisms Part 1. We are going to continue with the same chapter today. Earlier, we studied about cell division and we specially studied about mitosis cell division. Today, we are going to study energy from different food components. The food that we eat regularly, the amount of energy we get from those foods, and where this energy is being converted, and for how this energy is being utilized by the body. We are going to study about that in detail today. So, carbohydrates which are not utilized are stored in liver and muscles in the form of glycogen. Proteins are formed by amino acid which are held by peptide bonds. Therefore, it is called a macromolecule. When proteins are digested, they are converted back into amino acids. Amino acids are absorbed in blood circulation and transported to every cell. As per the type of cell, the amino acids are again used for making proteins that are required by the body. Which protein and where it is located? Melanin and keratin, they are located in the skin. Ocean in the bones. Proteins of cell membrane, different enzymes are located in the cells. Insulin, trypsin in the pancreas. Different hormones, they are pituitary glands. Flexible proteins like actin and myosin in the muscles. Hemoglobin and antibodies are in the blood. So these are the different proteins that our body requires, and where are they present, or where these proteins are being present. They are located in these parts of your body. We also studied about amino acids in the first chapter when we studied about transcription, translation and translocation. Over there we studied about peptide bonds also. We studied how the components of DNA, they combine together, and how a peptide bond was formed. And that peptide bond was decoded. Codons were made and it was anticoded by the amino acids in translation. So those amino acids were which amino acids? These were this melanin, keratin, osuin, proteins of cell membrane, different enzymes, insulin. These are proteins that the body requires, and there are different body parts, body organs where these requirement of amino acids are present. So who takes care of these requirements? It is these peptide bonds, these codons which combine together and they supply amino acids. We studied in the first lecture. You can go back, you can read or you can view the video that was done on translation. We had done it on Zoom app. You might have noted down the points, right? So when go to your first chapter, read the first chapter. It is on page number 2. When you read, you will understand, yes, there were 3 codons that were there, and it was anti-coded by a tRNA, and that tRNA also carried one amino acid where it anti-coded which amino acid, which requirement was there. So these were the amino acids where it anti-coded, and then it is to understand that which amino acid requirement. It could be melanin, it could be keratin, it could be also hemoglobin, it could be also insulin. So whichever anti-coded amino acid was there, when it anti-coded, it would understand that this amino acid requirement is there, and they would produce those amino acids, right? Proteins of animal origin are considered to be the first class protein. Each gram of protein provides 4 kilocalorie of energy. If protein intake is more than required, it does not result into storage of amino acids in the body. Instead, they are broken down, forming ammonia, which is then eliminated from the body. Sometimes, excess of proteins is converted into glucose by the process of glycogenesis. Plants by themselves can produce the necessary amino acids from minerals, and then also different proteins. The most abundant protein found in nature is the enzyme rubisco, which is found in plant chloroplasts. The next component of food that we are going to study is lipids. Lipids are formed of fatty acids and alcohol, which have specific bond between them. When lipids are digested, they are converted into fatty acids and alcohol. Absorbed fatty acids are transported to all the cell through blood. Fatty acids provide different substances in different cells. Examples of these are phospholipids produced in plasma membrane, progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, aldosterone, etc. are hormones produced from fatty acids, covering around the axons of nerve cell. Adipose connective tissue in the body stores excess of lipid. Each gram of lipids provide 9 kilocalories of energy. Proteins provide 4 kilocalories of energy. Lipids provide 9 kilocalories of energy. Is this particular question can come in match the column, can come in true or false, can come in name the following, can also come in multiple choice questions or even fill in the blanks. Correlation also, like 4 kilocalories colon proteins dash kilocalories colon lipids, or lipids colon dash kilocalories. So we need to write this. So this is a very important objective mark question. Next, what we are going to study is about vitamins. Vitamins are required for proper functionings and maintenance of the body. The main type of vitamin are as follows. They are fat-soluble vitamins and also water-soluble vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins are none other than vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K, whereas water-soluble vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C. Riboflavin, vitamin B and nicotinamide vitamin B5 are necessary for their production of FADH2 and NADH2 respectively. Now we are going to study about water. Water is an essential nutrient. Human body contains about 65 to 70% of water. 70% water is present by weight in every cell, whereas blood plasma itself has 90% of the water content. Loss of water or dehydration can cause problems with the functioning of cells and later that of the body. Next, what we are going to study is about fibers. They are also very important, essential nutrient part of our body. Fibers cannot be digested and hence they become helpful in digestion of other substances and egestion of exterior. In leafy vegetables, fruits, cereals, there is good amount of fiber. So class, we have almost completed energy from different food components. This is the part which is very essential. We cannot neglect this part because the protein, the chart which I showed you, which protein requirement and where it is located, that is also an important part. It can come for a 1 mark question. It can also come as a part of your short note. It can also come as activity based question. The entire table would be given to you and you'll have to write whichever part it is, or it can come as a complete correlation. So you cannot neglect this part because it contains a lot of objective type questions as well as short notes. You can get short note on vitamins. You can get short notes on lipids. You can get short notes on proteins. So these all points will help you to frame your short notes. So jot down these points in your notebook and revise. Keep on learning these points. Whenever you go through the PPT, whatever points are written in the PPT, you may write down that point, because that points will help you revise, remember things very easily, and you can write your answers in your own words also. So class, we have done one part of your second chapter. One more part is remaining, that is meiosis division. That division I would be posting, or that would be completed in the next video. So in the next video, almost a chapter number 2 will be completed. So sit back home, don't waste your time. Sit back, revise, go on revising, learning your lessons, reading your lessons, and going through the PPTs. PPTs are already uploaded, videos are already uploaded on the website. You just have to go revise. Every day if you go and revise your 1 or 2 PPTs, it's more than enough. Take your textbook, go through your videos, and highlight the points, underline the points that are mentioned in the PPT, so that it is easy for you to revise and learn things. Since you're at home, you have to take this into consideration, that this is your 10th standard, right? So you have to think out of the box, that how you should manage your time. Always don't go on playing PUBGs or games, or don't waste your time surfing on the internet. Do something which is valuable, worth the time that you are spending on the phone, right? So revise your videos every now and then, write your points, revise those points, frame answers. We will be sharing notes as well. So sit back home and learn things, read things. We are approaching June, right? So we will be soon coming to your first unit test. So as we are approaching towards your first unit test, you should have done at least some part of your lessons. So sit back home and read, revise things. Clear? Thank you, class. In the next video or in the next class, we would be doing meiosis. So be ready for meiosis. Read the chapter and keep, so that when I talk about meiosis, you are well aware. Keep the textbooks beside you, take a pen, take a notebook, and write down the points that comes in the PPT. Thank you, class. Stay home, stay safe, keep studying.